guys, my name's Allie Davidson, and this is just a new channel, and I'm so excited to start doing this because I kind of just want to share like my journey with you. There's a lot that I will definitely have to say, and I'm normally a very like happy, like energetic person, so if there's days where I'm just like not giving me that energy, I definitely just want to like apologize in advance, like, because I usually will just be like super cheery. But anyways, this channel is probably the name that you guys are looking at. You're probably either confused or you do know what that means. So what this channel is just kind of going to be about is just my journey through my chronic illnesses with an S. Not one, not two, but three, but two of which are really affecting me, and one that's just kind of there, which I'm not really sure if that's chronic illness. I'll talk to you guys about that. But anyways, the title, that's what I'm getting to. So the title is called Zebra Cocoa Bean. So first we'll talk about Cocoa Bean. That's just my nickname. Some people will call me that. Like my grandma calls me that. One of my mom's friends calls me like Gigi Cocoa Bean. Like some people just call me Cocoa Bean or Gigi Cocoa Bean because my middle name is Grace. And anyways, moving on. So that's what the Cocoa Bean part is. And then the zebra part, that is for my illness. So I have Ehlers Danlos syndrome, and I have dysautonomia in the form of POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Not really sure if I said a couple of those words right, but that's what it is if you guys get the gist. And Chiari malformation. So I will give you some background on that as well. So zebra is stripes. So I get zebra and then I get stripes. So from the ribbon, that's like for the awareness for this, there's stripes on the ribbon. So that's where I got zebra from. So zebra cocoa bean. I was gonna do striped cocoa bean, but there's a lot of people with YouTube channels or just things that have to do with this thing that have striped. So I didn't want to like make people think I was stealing anything, so I did zebra. So that's what the name means. Okay, so got that part, so you guys understand like more of what my YouTube name is. So what the purpose of this channel is I'll just be like talking to you about kind of like my journey through all this stuff, like doctor's appointments. There's a lot of those, so be prepared. I will definitely be giving you guys insiders on that. I actually have a YouTube channel that is called ANA Vlogs. I'll link it in the description. If it's not in the description, it's because I have an awful memory. So if it's not in the description, just like comment like, hey, what's your YouTube channel if you're interested, and I'll be like, oh my gosh. But if I put it in there, it'll be in there, so hopefully I do. But anyways, yeah, that one's just a normal vlog, and I realized a lot of the time I'm just kind of like talking about how I'm feeling, talking about a lot of stuff that's like been going on with appointments, but I don't realize some people watching on that channel are not interested in that. They're more interested in like kind of other things, like fun, like exciting things. But then there's also people who are interested in hearing about that stuff. So I decided to split and make two YouTube channels. One for just like fun activities, daily life, and then the other for like kind of like the health side of it, more of like what's going inside of me instead of me on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys understand what that means, but yeah, so that's that part. Okay, so a little background on the disorders that I have. I was just diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome Wednesday, and today is Monday, so almost a week ago. So I don't know a ton about it, but I do have this huge article. If you guys are interested in anything about that, I will make a separate video of me reading the article if you guys really want to get into the details about that, in case like you have a daughter or son who's just diagnosed with it, or if you have it and you don't really know what it means, or if you're studying it, or if you're just interested, you know, there's just a lot of like different things that will go along with that, and I would definitely love to read it to you. It's a big article. It's actually on my counter over there, and I would totally read it for more understanding if you guys are interested in that. If not, that's okay. It just has a lot of really good information and makes a lot of sense, super clear, like none of it's just like, huh, what does that mean? You know, it all kind of comes together and makes sense. So, oh my gosh, a really pretty like neon, that's so pretty, a neon like green bird just like landed on one of my rose bushes. But anyways, okay, so I do know a little bit about my illnesses, but I honestly try to focus more on like not worrying a ton about what this means. But anyways, I'll talk about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So the other day at my appointment, this person just came up to me, well, obviously they didn't just come up to me, it was my doctor, okay? But like he told me to like dress into like one of those gowns, you know, that you do sometimes at doctor's appointments. And I thought he was gonna like feel like take my heartbeat, or he was gonna like look like my shoulders, stomach, I don't know what he was gonna do, or like, I don't know, I thought he was gonna test me for something, but he goes like this. For the first thing, he goes like this with my thumb. So I was like, what is he doing? And I was just really confused. So he did that first. And then next, he pulled my pinky back like that. And then next, what was it he did next? Oh, he took my arm behind my back and pulled it like all the way to the other side, but it's kind of hard to do on yourself. And he was telling me that all of those things that he just did to me were a form of torture. And I was like, what? I was like, none of that like bothers me, like none of it does. So then he just started talking to us about Ehlers-Danlos, and he did a couple more things, tests on me and stuff. I can definitely do a lot more. Like my skin, in some places is really stretchy, in some places it's tight. I can do like weird things. I used to be a dancer, so yeah. So anyways, Ehlers-Danlos is a connective tissue disorder. So he was able to tell that by checking like the laxity of my skin, if that's how you say it. I'm kind of sometimes weird. Anyways, so he checked like all these things with me, and I was just like, oh, like that's it? Like that doesn't make sense, because all my symptoms I have are like dizziness, lightheaded. I've never passed out, but I do see black dots when I stand up or move around for a long time or stand for a long time, or even sometimes if I'm laying there and I just like turn to my other side, things will get like dots everywhere. Sometimes things will get gray. I see hallucinations where like I'll just like randomly see like something like flash over there, and I'll be like, "Ooh," and like it like scares me sometimes, but I know it's just like part of my disorder. I get really fast heartbeats. My blood pressure goes up and down. It's kind of just all over the place. Normally it's lower, so my doctor prescribed me with Midodrine because he said my blood vessels are too dilated, so he needs to constrict them, which is kind of another thing that's wrong, which goes with the Ehlers-Danlos, which leads into POTS. So POTS is a nervous system disorder, like where your nervous system doesn't work right. Well, that's what dysautonomia is in general. The POTS version of it is just like, man, it's kind of hard to describe because there's a lot that goes on with it, but it's like when you stand up, you like get the feeling that you're gonna pass out because all the blood pools to your legs. So that's why he gave me Midodrine, so it'll pump like evenly throughout my body like it's supposed to, like a normal person. Like it's supposed to work that way. But in me, it's just kind of all messed up and weird. I was thankful though when he told me that I was thankful when he told me that this medicine is going to like definitely help a lot with my symptoms. So I was really happy about that. At first I was a little nervous and hesitant. So yeah, 'cause sometimes I'm just like, more medicine, because I take so much. And I will definitely explain to you guys about my medicine and stuff, because I have it all sitting right here, so I can like show you guys what I take and the dosage of it and all that stuff in case you guys are interested in that. And then just more symptoms. I just have so many. I get really bad migraines, which obviously I have medicine for that now. My legs will get so weak to the point where I can't walk, or sometimes I will even lose feeling in them, so they're completely numb, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my legs, and then I feel like I can't move them. Or sometimes they will just really hurt, and I'll just be laying there, I'll be like, oh my gosh, and then I'll try to move it, and like I'll like scream, I'll be like, oh my gosh, and I'll like set my leg down. It's just like kind of all crazy and weird. Okay, and I also have weird feelings, like I get weird feelings in my muscle joints. My muscles get really weak and sore just everywhere kind of sometimes. My face gets really pale, but I feel like that just kind of happens when you're sick in general. Also, another really great fact about this is that there's no cure. No, but honestly, like it's totally okay. Like I'm gonna learn to deal with it. I'm gonna get used to it. There's no cure to Ehlers-Danlos. There's no cure to POTS or dysautonomia in general. So I'm gonna have to learn to live with both of these things. But how I see it sometimes is I just look at it and I see like, this is like, if I was given these two things put together, just pressuring me and like tearing me down each day, like God wouldn't give this to me to destroy me. He's doing it because he knows I'm strong enough. I'm capable of dealing with this, and I need to kind of like take that in to my heart and just like make sure I think of that every single day, instead of saying like, why, like screaming and like getting mad and being like, why do I have this, like I'm just so sad and all this stuff. Because honestly, I'm not sad about it. Definitely not sad at all. I'm more like, oh my gosh, I have this weird thing with me. It's gonna make me feel bad, but I gotta make those good days count, you know? And if I'm not feeling good or whatever, just like either stick it out, or just if I'm really not feeling good, I can totally just lay here and watch some TV, sleep, eat a lot of food, you know, like I can still do stuff. I just can't like be crazy and going everywhere and I don't know. But anyways, so I try to look at it as if it's something that's going to make me stronger, and it's not going to like it's not a bad thing, you know? People get things in their life that are put there, and they're put there for a reason. So I just have to embrace it, and I gotta learn to deal with it. I gotta learn to live with it, and just keep pushing on and moving forward, because there's so much future left in my life. I'm literally 15 years old, okay? 15. If you guys know sign language, 15. But, oh yeah, I love sign language, by the way. Well, I just fingerspell like everything that I say, so I'd be like, hey guys. Even though it's really sloppy, I just kind of like do it like rough draft. Anyways, you guys see that in the back? I don't know if it's just me. I'll have to put it on and see. But anyways, okay, now I'm just getting a little off track. So, as you guys can see, I'm definitely a chatterbox. I just go on and on and on and on and on. I could definitely talk for like hours about anything and just keep going. If you guys have questions, this isn't the end of the video, obviously. Well, honestly, I could make it the end of the video if I wanted to. But if you guys have questions, please drop them like in the comments. I would love to just answer them. I'd love to talk about any questions you guys have, and try not to ramble on about everything for so long. I was also thinking of doing like a Q&A where I like pull up questions on my phone too, in case I don't get a lot of like comments that like I'd like to talk about too. So this introduction was just kind of my name, a little bit about my illness, kind of just about how I want to learn to deal with it and how I see it. But I'd love to answer more questions that are just like personal or like anything about myself. I love doing like, also I have like 2 acrylics that are still on, so just don't judge me. But anyways, I'd love to just like kind of talk about myself a little bit if you guys are interested. And of course, subscribe if you guys want to learn more about this. Obviously, this is just my first video. It's not like the greatest quality. I'm using my phone. I actually have 2 cameras that I could be using right now. But there's always something going on, so I can't find the SD card. So it's okay. So I'm using this. But I'm going to go ahead and edit this really fast. My Instagram is Allie. Oh, no, I changed it. Just kidding. My Instagram is Alexandra Davidson, but instead of a O and the Davidson, it's a 0. So you guys can go ahead and search me up on there. DM me questions if you guys have any, because I'd love to answer them, and I'd like to be able to talk to you guys because I want to be that supportive person, you know? Yeah. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. You guys already learned something about me without me even like really saying it too much, that I just talk a lot. So hope you guys enjoyed.